Hello. As you have gathered from the background, this is a poem for Halloween. And it's my poem, I wrote it, but it's based on a true story. And I'll briefly tell you the story to set the background for you. About 40 years ago, in another life when I was a lawyer, I worked for a firm of solicitors in Watford, and my office was opposite the office of a conveyancing solicitor. And he had some clients who were retired teachers, and about a year earlier, they bought a market garden in Worcestershire. And they were back in the office, and after they'd gone, we went for lunch, and he told me the story as to why they were back in the office. And it was that they were selling up. And I said, why are they selling up so soon? And he said, because the house is haunted. Now, all of the events that I've written about in the poem were described by the wife to the conveyancing solicitor, and I've included those in the poem. So without further ado, I'll tell you the true story of the haunting. The fire is burning in the grate, the eyes of the house in tears. The wind is blowing fit to burst, the eaves respond with shrieks. The house quietens as if it pauses for breath, and there comes a little creak and another pause. Not really noticeable when first heard, it moves across the room upstairs. I hold my breath and I tell myself there are no such things as ghosts, but my heart is racing faster now and my mind is in a whirl. The wind is softer now, and with it so's the sound. On an island, I'm far away from other souls, a choice that might rebound. But I never figured for a house like this, the noises that it holds and makes the unforgiving sounds, or is it there that there is someone trying to get in touch, a story or a tale untold till now. It's 3 a.m. The wind is still, but the creaking's there again. It's bolder now, the footsteps moving firmer towards the stairs. I rise up to investigate, and suddenly a murmur from inside the wall. My heart jumps into my mouth. Was that a human voice, or just the heating pipes expanding? I'm out on the landing now, see no one and nothing there, and I return to bed to an uneasy sleep, tension in the air. It's 3 weeks on, the sounds and noises have abated. We're deep into midwinter, silent snow abounds. It's barely daylight now, the mist and dark enfold us. Then, suddenly, the sounds return. They creep back into the night, bolder than now, a murmured sigh, a gentle knocking on one wall, stops, starts again elsewhere, a slightly different sound. Somewhere new and louder I chase them up and down, but they always go to ground. Then that night, the first, the crockery flew across the room, from silent nothing to broken shards, from the 5 towns, across the floor are strewn. The following day the knocking returns, but this time was there a little echo did I hear, or is my mind playing tricks? A voice or strangled cry or gasp as I race across the room in tears of fright. Another cup flies across the lounge late in the afternoon. No warning, just a crash which broke the air. Then silence filled the room. An anxious night I tossed and turned, drifted in troubled dreams. And as I lay there half awake, the sheet is slowly being pulled from down me, by an unseen entity. I scream. That's when I got up and packed and left that place as fit as I could be. I've never been back to that cottage still hidden in the hills, but wonder if the noises are still there, knocking round the house at will. What was it they wanted of me? Were they trying to get in touch? Footsteps in the bedroom, footsteps on the stairs, knocking on the plaster, sighing in the walls, perhaps about a sad life many years ago that ended in disaster.